to do that. Get my peg come on.
I don't want to be bothered with all those offers after everybody said
Yeah.
movie offers and stuff like that.
Did you all get a invitation to the sheriff? We did. Over here at KU building.
The KU building? What is it?
Oh, they done had it. They had it Friday
I'll see.
night. And but they're having another this coming week, Thursday, ain't it?
Oh well. Mom, when were you born? What day and what year were you born?
I was born in May the 1917, May the 2nd.
1917. Papa, when were you born?
Wrong.
He was born June the 26th.
26th day of June, I'm 75 years
1904.
old.
1904.
It'll be 75, my birthday, this month.
You're 75? I don't believe you can add.
85.
75.
Well, boy, you good at that.
I thought you were 39.
Huh?
Thought you were 39.
Yeah.
Figure first she'd get it. She must have went out.
Now, when were y'all married?
We married December the 22nd, 1937.
You were drunk? You don't know.
Let's put it this way, they got married on the ark.
19 what?
1937.
37. So you were what? You were done what? 33 years old, Papa.
33.
And how old were you, Mama, then? What,
I was
19?
19, almost 20.
Almost
20.
20.
No,
Come on
I
in.
was.
Come
I
on in,
was,
Dick. This is
I was
informal.
20, almost 21.
Yeah.
What? That was the way it was, Glenn.
Oh, 20 almost 21.
Uh-huh.
Now, Papa, where were you? What town were you born in? Where'd you live growing up?
I was born in the River Cliff,
He born on Harrington Lake.
Harrington Lake, Hicks's Bend,
Hicks's
This has been.
back behind Darnell.
over.
A little
They
Bergen.
just stuck him back in the behind there.
Over Little Bergen.
Near Bergen? And what county was Hicks's Bend in? Is that in
It is in Boyle County.
Boyle County?
I was in Washington.
Washington. You're from Washington County. I didn't know that. What little community were you from, Mom?
Huh?
What community were you from? I mean, what in Washington County?
Oh, I was around Duncan and Tableau.
Were you going to say something, Paul?
Hmm?
What was you going to say? You raised your hand like that, so you're going to say something.
He could say something smart. I can tell that.
Now, how did y'all meet each other?
I don't know, a drunk
Well,
Bergen.
he said that we met at my house.
No.
But
I come down to your house first time I ever seen you.
yeah, he come with Tommy Yoakum. Tommy Yoakum wanted to go with me. He brought Tommy Yoakum. And then they left. He was aiming to be with a Sims girl. And she wasn't at home. She done gone. And he left. And then Wade and Neil come down that weekend. And they said, he said, you had company last week, didn't you? And I said, yeah. Well, I didn't know who he was. I knowed he was long.
I thought he was long.
I knowed he was along with him, but I didn't know
Oh.
who he was. And he said, I was cutting up with him, and I said, they said, how did you like him? Well, I never cared for Tommy at all. I said, oh, I'd like to have a date with that driver. and Neil said, well, you know who that is, don't you? And I said, no. I know they call him Bowen, and that's all. And she said, well, you know Minnie Edder. That was her brother's wife. I said, yeah, I know her. She said, that's her brother. I said, you kidding? I said, he's married, ain't he? She said, no, he ain't married, he's single. I said, don't tell me that, you're pulling my leg. And then I went to town on Saturday night evening, and Wade wanted me to stay all night. And I stayed all night up Wade's, and I went up in town, and Bowen come up the street in a car. And
What kind of car?
what kind? It was a
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. What
A
year?
brand new Chevrolet 6 and a 29 model.
Did you?
$585.
Oh, that wasn't a car you was in. The old green car was
Yeah.
one we had.
Chevrolet.
Yeah. What was it though? 19 what?
Hell,
About
I don't remember.
38? Oh, it wasn't
No,
38.
I
We
don't know.
married 38.
Yeah, I don't know what year.
28, wasn't it?
Huh?
About a 28, wasn't it?
Might have been, I don't know.
And, but me and Neil went to town that afternoon. And Wade said, I'll get you a date with Bowen tonight. And I said, just as sure as we go to town, Neil, we was going to walk. Wade was still working. I said, we will run into Tommy Yoakum. And I said, you can, I'll get rid of him. So, sure enough, we did. We went to town, and sure enough, we did. Well, he walked back out to Wade. I thought, oh, gosh, I'll never get rid of that man. So, Wade come in from work, and he was shaving. And I said, Wade, I said, your wife caused me to get from in here like this. I said, you got to get rid of him. He said, leave it to me, I'll get rid of him. So, Bowen went up the street, and I blowed the horn. Me and him was
I
sitting in
did
a
see
car.
you.
And he never looked like he seen me. He said he didn't see me. Well, when he come back, he come up to the car where me and Tommy was sitting. And he said, I said to him, I said, have you seen Wade? And he laughed. He said, no. Was I supposed to? I said, yeah, Wade wants to see. Well, Tommy said to me, he said, well, you're awful interested in him. And I said, well, he's our friend. And went on, and I wanted a glass of water. And Neil said, let's go over here to the drugstore and we'll get a glass of water. So I went in there, and of course, naturally, Tommy, he tagged right behind me. He went too. And we come out, and Neil had crocheted for somebody. And come out, and Neil said, wait, me and Edna's going up the street, and said, and I mean for you to keep Cecil here, said, I don't want nobody tagging after us. Well, I reckon Tommy took him, and he didn't go. But just as soon as we got out of sight, Bowen pitched him the money to get 3 ice cream cones, told him to get the ice cream cones. I wondered how that boy ever got rid of him. And they took off up the street after us. And then me and Bowen got in the car and went to Danville.
What's a damn boy?
And then he met Laura B. and Orville, and he said, asked Laura B. and Orville if they'd seen me. And they said no, and he said, well, I think I know where she's at. Said there's another fella missing too. So that's
Now,
the thing.
y'all went to Danville. Where was you at first? Where was you
We was
at?
in Harrisburg.
In Harrisburg.
Oh, that's for sure.
Went to Danville show.
Oh, went to the movie. What'd you see?
I don't
Remember what
remember
movie
the
it was?
uses it
Been
too
too
long.
long. No,
He seen one of his old
I
girlfriends.
didn't get on the first show, no way. I used to go up there, we all go to Harrisburg on Saturday night. Jake can head for the picture show. He's crazy about a picture show. Yeah, I'd go down the street, go in the pool room, play a game pool.
And when we started in the show,
Might bowl a little bit. You had a bowling alley upstairs, bowl for a dime, cost a dime to bowl.
and we started in the show and met one of his old girlfriends. She spoke and went on.
How much did it cost to get to the movie?
About a dime, wasn't it?
I don't know what it was.
Or
It's a
quarter,
dime
might
in
have
Lexington.
About a dime or a quarter.
It cost
Might
a
have
dime
been
over
quarter.
Lexington.
Might have been
We
quarter.
went over Lexington one night, me and Wade and Neil and Edna, and went to the show, and it cost a dime. You sit
And Wade got in, I come
Watch
over, was
your-
getting a beating that
because
night.
it froze.
Wade come in, I went in, and he was drinking.
Who was Wade now?
That's my brother.
Oh, okay.
And of course Bowen was drinking too, but you
No.
couldn't tell it on Bowen. But Wade was a little tipsy. And me and Bowen, when the first show was on, we got up and come out. Wade and Neil just sit in there and the second show. Well, I got home that night at 1 o'clock. And
Oh,
I
this is
thought-
before you was married, huh?
yeah, I thought, oh, Daddy's told me to be in, but 9. but-
Uh-oh.
I had called, and the neighbor never did tell them, never did get a hold of them to tell them I was going to Lexington. So when I walked through the door, Daddy said, okay, I'll run him off tomorrow. I said, Daddy, I've been with Wade at house. Don't tell me no lie. He said, he'll get it tomorrow. So, Wade Nell's coming down on Sunday morning. And I told him, I said, now, I ain't going out. I said, but Wade Nell comes in. I said, you ask him and see if I'm not telling you the truth. So, here they come about dinner. And I had these for them about 1 o'clock. I said, Wade, Daddy's got a question he wants to ask you. He thinks I lied. But I said, didn't me and Bowen and you and Nell go to the show last night in Lexington? And I said, and it was about 1 o'clock when I got home. He said, yeah, Dad, that's right. He said, well, I didn't know the boy. She hadn't been going with him that long. I didn't want the heck happen. And I told Boy in that moving together, I said, boy, I tell you, you come on, just by the hair of your teeth, getting run off.
How'd you know people to begin with that all? What were you doing around? How'd you know Wade? You used to work for him or something, or work in the back with him?
Married
Wade's
sister.
Shaq's Minnie Edder's, well, Bowen's sister married Wade's wife's brother.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Uncle
and
Shaq.
then Shaq's sister married Wade. You see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got that. Okay. Well, when y'all first got married, where'd you live at?
Lived on Spare Lane.
Lived on Spare Lane, where Charlie owned.
Is that here in Lawrenceburg?
No, in Harrisburg.
In Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how come you moved to Lawrenceburg?
Well, we sold our place. We lived on Spare Lane 2 years in one house and 4 in the other, and then we moved to Adams Lane over up towards Danville. Stayed there a year, and then we bought that place down to Mount Pleasant. Stayed there 14 years. That was
14 years.
We
And
stayed down yonder.
then Hubert wanted to get it out. See this partnership? And they sold it, and Rich told Bowen about this one down here, Stevenson. And he come down there and bought it, and been there since.
I give $22,000 for that.
The one down the road here?
And then I sold it and bought this one.
We sold it for $25,000 and bought this one for $19,000 and got some cows with it.
Pretty good deal, huh?
And you got the milkers and coolers and concrete floor all over the barn down there to milk if you wanted to milk. But I didn't, I quit that milking when I was losing money.
But,
How long you been farming, Papa?
Huh?
How long you been farming?
All my life.
All your life.
Never done nothing. Never worked a public job in my life. Farm.
never rowboated in the ditch. We never rowboated in the ditch.
Now, Papa, you only went to 4th grade, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how far you went to school? 4th grade?
4th.
What school did you go to, you remember?
The old school down on Harrington Lake.
Oh.
Kinder Bridge Pike.
Was it the one Rich was at?
Yeah. When we
What is that one called? Oh.
Don't ask me how to go there.
You know where Rich, Uncle Jake lived.
Yeah, I know where you live, but I don't know what the school's called. Just a little wondering.
it's on Kinder Bridge Pike.
Where'd
We
you go to
walked
school at, Mom?
We walked out to school, we go
Tableau.
to school.
Tableau School?
Uh,
You had to take your
I
dinner.
went to the 6th grade.
We had to take our dinner and open a dozen gates. That's how many gates was on that road going back to where I lived on the lake.
And they had a little girl, Miss Baby Edwards, his wife, she was then. Well, she wasn't then, she wasn't married, but she was Baby Edwards. And Rich was struck on her. And Bowen and Rich used to hammer in the corner of the schoolyard and get to kiss her.
You used to fish a lot on Harrington Lake, you know, Papa?
Hmm?
Did you ever fish a lot on Harrington Lake? Or
Yeah.
He rented boats.
When I first backed up in '36,
He rented boats, didn't
my daddy had 25 boats. He'd rent them.
he? You rented them, didn't you?
Huh?
You rented the boats, didn't you?
I did after he died, yeah. And he run some of them, they rent twice or 3 times one day.
Huh.
And all of them, both.
$1 a boat.
He had 25 of them. He kept them rented all the time. And I was
We got a
farming.
picture of the house where the sign's up with the boats upstairs.
Me and Charlie had a 150-acre farm rented. Had cows and sheep and about 10 acres of tobacco.
And that's where we married.
Yeah. And
How many brothers you got? Brothers and sisters you have, Paul?
Huh?
How many brothers and sisters you got?
He had five,
Right.
four.
Yeah,
Four
four.
brothers. No, he had five. He
5
had
brothers
one
and
dead.
5 sisters.
Uh-huh.
All lived to be grown and married.
Except two.
All we got.
Yeah, two is,
He ain't got but a brother and sister now. And I don't have any. I'm the last one.
you don't know them.
I said, I don't have any. I'm the last one.
My daddy had 12 kids. 2 of them did before I was ever born.
Stay down, baby.
I see. But Mom, how many? Now you're
I
you
had,
have all half brothers and half sisters,
Yeah,
right? You don't have
yeah.
any full brothers.
no, I had 5 half brothers and 1 half sister.
And they're all gone.
She
Lord,
died
that's
last
$9
year.
deal.
Yeah.
Janie died last year.
No, Jenny died this year. Did you do?
And Jane died.
Yeah, September, didn't
Yeah.
she?
No.
Oh, no,
she died in
September.
February.
February, yeah.
Yeah. She had stroke. Jack Sparrow's wife had a stroke in a coma for 7 months.
She died. We went to that.
I used to live on his daddy's place, 218-acre farm. I was the only man on the farm. That kept me out of the army.
I see.
I had went to the army, hadn't been vet.
We lived on George Sparrow place then. Didn't
Now Bill's your oldest, right?
Mhm.
Where was I living when Bill was born?
What was I was living in Charlotte, but he was born at Bowen's sisters over on Danville Pike. The road was going through there then, and they had it all the ditches, and you know, couldn't get a doctor back there. And Bud was born there also. And then Henrietta was born at
Old George
George
Sparrow
Sparrow
place.
place.
Old big 2-story house.
It's still on Sparrow Lane. And of course Doodle and Mickey and Fed is
Mount Pleasant
in
Church.
Mount Pleasant.
At the church?
No, right down from the church. It's a house.
I see. How about what's the first car you ever bought? What's the first car you ever bought?
Chevrolet,
Chevrolet at
23 model.
23.
Was that the new one?
No,
I wasn't.
How much you get for it, remember?
yeah, I think $75.
$75.
The new one just was. The new one was 500. So it just.
Those kind of steel.
$585, and all I had to do is go to the courthouse and get my license. $5, and then have to have it insured and nothing.
How'd you get your first driver's license? What'd you do?
Huh?
How'd you get your first driver's license? What'd you have to do to get your
You have
first
to take
driver's
a
license?
test.
Get to drive a car or anything?
No, just
Go in and
get in the car and drive around a little.
Did
Well,
you have
that
to
was a
drive?
test.
Did you have to take a test?
Drive around, yeah. You go up here to town and get in the car with one of them cops, and you just drive around 2 or 3 blocks.
Well, that's what they do now.
I know it.
He's talking about when you first got your driver's license.
Oh, when I first got mine, I didn't have to take no test.
You just went in and paid, didn't you?
Yeah, $5.
They gave it to you.
Oh, we ought to hated to have been the
But you can't
first
get
girl that got in with it.
you can't get your license now unless you
When you been,
got it insured.
Yeah.
if you didn't have to take no test to pass, I'd been scared to got in the car with it for a while.
Until I never had no wreck.
You could dodge them easier.
I never had no wreck.
Can you swim, Paul?
Huh?
Can you swim?
Yeah. I used to swim that lake. When it
I
backed
used
up,
to. I swim
just
like a
swim
rock
across the
against
lake
the
and
mountain.
back.
I used to could swim.
Can
Can
you
you,
ri-
Vicky? Can you swim?
Can you ride a horse?
Man, worked them all my life.
Horses?
I rode horses when I was a kid. My daddy come in dinner and I'd run to get on and ride out.
What all you raise here on the farm?
Hmm?
What all crops do you raise here on the farm? Besides tobacco, what else do you raise?
Corn, wheat.
Not on this
He's talking
farm.
about on this farm.
Oh, no.
Well, it don't matter, anything, any farm. What all do you raise?
I raised back then was the most best crop we had.
Corn. You
Then I raised corn, sell corn,
Wheat and cane.
wheat.
Cane, didn't you?
You know, my daddy raised cane.
How do you mean?
He's raised cane to make a.
I mean, he raised as many
he
kids
make 'em
as he raised cane a minute.
One of them whiskey barrels full of sorghum molasses in the fall. We have molasses all winter, and in the spring comes, they just turn to sugar. You eat it right grainy. We make candy out of them. Then freeze them.
Then he sell it. He said then he'd sell his tobacco crop and then everybody, he put his money in the bank and tell them, said now, a girl said, nobody can check on me. And said, first thing you know, they'd come in and your dress. They used to do you that way a lot, didn't they? Huh?
That all? When did you learn to cook? Remember how old you was when you first learned to cook?
Oh.
Cuss.
Cook.
Cook.
She never did learn to cook.
But you learned to cuss, don't you?
She learned to cook.
I
But she
wanted
never-
to, but I didn't. I didn't learn to cuss hard to. Oh, let's see. I could cook when I
She could
got
have made
married.
gravy, me and everybody.
Oh, Bowen. Oh,
Oh, that's good, scorching.
I guess. Well, I ain't no cook today as far as that, but I could get by with it. I don't know.
We started one for me cooking.
Well, Lord have mercy, Bowen. Lord won't ever forgive you
Yeah,
there.
you will too.
You can cook, but she hardly ever does you do.
Make cakes. Make them make cakes and pies.
Well, I could do
She
that.
won't.
I just won't do it.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, how do you make them biscuits? How do you make biscuits in the morning?
Well,
She ain't made none for years.
all right.
Mick makes them.
Why don't you get up and
Mick
demonstrate?
makes them.
Huh?
Why don't you get up and demonstrate it? Get your own thing.
No. Well, I just get my flour out in a bowl. Out in a pan, and then I put a handful of lard like that, and about 2 cups of milk, and then I make it up, and then roll it out, cut my biscuit out, and put them in the stove.
Well, that's pretty simple, I guess.
They got to making sis riding flour there, and then she learned to make bread.
No, I haven't made no biscuits myself since I come out of the hospital. Mick gets up. That's one meal she'll cook. She'll get up and cook breakfast. And
She fries sausage and bacon
and makes the biscuit.
and we make the biscuits.
And
You got to step off?
Yes.
So y'all been married, what, 52 years almost?
52 this 22nd this month. December.
If you had to do over again, would you marry him again?
No.
Well, I reckon I'd be that big a fool.
Oh, mercy.
I guess.
I wouldn't
I
have
would.
you again. I wouldn't have her.
You was a long time, buddy, before you got somebody to drag you. You was 33.
Yeah, I've been married a dozen times, but I want to. Didn't
Well,
want to.
you must love me then, didn't you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'd do it over. I couldn't pick no better one, I don't guess.
What's that patch on your arm for?
That's for my heart.
For your heart? You got diabetes too, right?
Diabetes.
What's wrong with Papaw?
Those hiccups.
That the hiccup? That's it, huh?
Mean a second.
That's all that matters.
Oh,
got my leg broke.
I don't know, Clint.
But
He
I
went to his
sit here in
doctor.
this chair, and it don't bother me a bit.
No, it don't
Don't
bother
bother
him.
broke.
Cause he'll holler
Yes, I-
for somebody come turn TV on, turn it
When
off.
I get up to walk,
It don't
my-
bother
this-
him
I
one
ain't got no
bit.
feelings in my leg. Just seem like they're paralyzed. I can't walk.
He don't do nothing, get no exercise. I don't. Oh,
Time
he
to
gets
get
up
fit
in the
anyway.
morning, comes out and eats his breakfast, comes right there and sits in that chair and sits there
When
till
you get
dinner.
it-
Well, no, if
When
one
you
of the
get
boys is
85
out
years
doing
old,
something.
it's time to quit.
One of the boys is out here doing something. He's gonna see if they do it right. He's right there. A dude went out and plowed the garden a while ago, and I missed him. I thought he was sitting right there. I looked. Well, I don't see him. I know where he's at. He's out here watching him. He was, wasn't
She's doing a good job.
he? They were knocked in the head. Yeah, he's been there.
So I guess now that you're 85, you don't climb up into the
No.
top tier of the barn anymore. You kind of just sit on the wagon, right?
He said,
That's the best thing to do.
he said, if he get lost of this place, he just sell out and go to town.
And move to town.
Yeah. Said we couldn't work no way. Doodle, he don't like town.
I said I wouldn't want to do it.
Well, Mo, what was your mom and dad's names?
My dad's name was Garrett, and my mother's name was Relly.
Was what?
Well, Relly, they called her, but Janie said that I'm wrong. Mother always told me it was Estella.
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 Really, or
Not much
Estella?
communication.
That makes it worse.
Well, they call Mama Lou sometimes. Like you never figure out that. Why they call my Mama Lou?
Bowen done that. He named Doodle and Mickey and Lou. Oh, he spoiled Lou's dead. Of course, she's the first girl. And I had it. They called me on the telephone one day, and I answered a question. They told me I could get a picture of anybody. Well, I took Lou up there and got a picture of her for free. And Bowen come in one day for dinner, and I went to the mailbox, and Lou was following me. She went, and I got the picture, and it was good of her. And I said, now you go in there, and I said, walk up to Daddy and tell him, does he want to see something pretty? And she did. And Bowen he held up in front of Bowen. She did. And Bowen grabbed her and said, oh, that's my little girl. Said, her is pretty she can be. And I've still got a picture of her. She was. I think Beth looks a whole lot like her when she was little.
Papa, what's your parents' names?
Mary Susan,
Mary Susan, that was your mom.
and my mother,
And John Williams.
and John Williams.
How come they called you Bowen?
I named after my granddaddy.
Oh, his name was Bowen.
He's in the Civil War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With
We got the
Purple,
papers on
the fought the battle in Purple.
I've got his discharge papers.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Doodle's got his army papers. He
Civil
did
War.
in the army twice.
Twice.
Yeah, he
He
lied.
re-enlisted.
He lied about his age. He got in when he was just a boy. His mother sent him to the store to get a box of matches. I guess you never seen him more for 2 or 3 or 4 years. He had joined the army.
Come back and said, here's your matches. 4 years later.
And he joined the army again. Huh?
Now his
Yeah.
mother
Wasn't too
is
smart, was he?
No, he wasn't.
his mother is the one that's so hard in the family tree that nobody knows who she was.
Nobody knows who she was.
Mm-mm.
They know she is his mother, don't they?
Can't get back, can't get back past him.
They don't. They
Oh,
think her
can't
name
find
was
somebody.
Harriet. Harriet, but they don't know.
What? His whose?
His
Papa's mother or his grandpa's mother?
his granddaddy's mother.
Oh, I
Papa's
see.
granddad.
That's as far as a Harry.
Mhm.
So your grandpa was Bowen Carmickle. Was it on your dad's side?
Yeah.
That grandfather's in there.
Yeah.
I see. Well,
Excuse me.
I think I'm done.
So So I looked for those, of course, I didn't know that Larry went to Florida. Oh, I saw her look for them up today. They hadn't been up for a while. Don't know what they're doing today. I've been wanting to come down to Charles' house, but I never know when he went home.
Just give us a call and we'll be there.
Oh, Ben, she lived in the house she
She's got a
lived
phone
lived
number.
with when she lived with Steve. And she said he sold a bit and said he wasn't getting no good in the house and he wasn't living there and he was paying the rent. She's in an apartment house.
What's your farm? How many acres you got here?
32.
32? How many ponds are on it?
Hmm?
How many ponds are on it? Any?
Yeah, one.
Got one pond on it?
Mhm.
You say you used to play the fiddle? At bands and stuff?
Tried to.
What other instruments can you play besides the fiddle?
Anything but a guitar. You cannot play a guitar. You can play a tater bug.
A tater bug? What's a tater
A
bug?
mandolin, that's what they ain't born. Tater bug. Yeah.
Tater bug's a mandolin?
Mm-hmm. A mandolin and a banjo and a fiddle. But he can't play the banjo, he's got a new and he can't play it because his fingers are stiff. Can't work them there. Dude got it for him.
Oh, I got that several years ago. It's not new anymore.
About 10. Well, it's new,
It's
you know.
more than that. I got it when I worked at Granite Valley.
Oh, really? That's been 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Tell me what kind of...
17 years since I quit over there.
Been how long?
17 years.
Golly. I feel old. That makes you a lot older, don't it?
Oh, 29 now.
What kind of tobacco you chew, Pippa?
Hmm?
What kind of tobacco you chew?
What kind of tobacco do you chew?
Shoot that Mickey Twist.
Now you chew wild up.
Wild duck, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
It's like tea.
You used to chew one kind, but they stopped making it, didn't you? Didn't you chew one kind of tobacco and they stopped making that brand?
Mickey, wasn't it?
And Mickey, I think.
That's
When
That's
we
where Mickey
married,
got her
he used to chew that old red
That's
music.
where Mickey got her name. He saw it on a chewing tobacco writing.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. It'd be real good time I walk on it.
Does it keep coming up or once you cut it, is it gone?
Now, it'll come by.